For those of you who are probably new to this channel, because this channel is so tiny, you've probably never seen this channel before. Thank you for being here. I went to Michael's after my hip hop class yesterday and I bought some things. I bought some fabric and I want to show you them. Oh my god. First I got this fabric. It's made with a bunch of tiny dots in it. I got about 1 yard of this. Then I got this other fabric. It was so expensive. So expensive. It was $25 per yard and I got a yard. But it's so cute and I want to make a bag out of it. I feel like it's very coquette, very like girly. I think I want to go with like pink bags, like coquette, like girly, like I got some heavy duty needles because I realized if I'm gonna be sewing bags, it needs to go through the needle needs to go through multiple layers of fabric and that's kind of like heavy. Ooh, I just realized this would look pretty with that. Like if I made pockets and then put this lace on it. But yeah, I want to make very like coquette, girly, kawaii, like very like that style in Japan, that subculture style in Japan where it's like very frilly. Like, I want those types of girlies to be able to buy my bag, so. I also decided with this material that's kind of difficult, this satin, I'm gonna make a bag. For those of you who don't know, I'm in my sewing girl era, which is why I'm showing you all these sewing materials. Basically, I've become obsessed in the past month since I bought my sewing machine with making anything and everything possible. I am coming at it with a very crazy approach of ambition, hoping to sell my stuff on Etsy. But really, I need to be making it just for myself. So I'll get more into that later and why I'm so obsessed. But I just wanted to give you some context on why I'm talking about all this sewing stuff. I realize I'm gonna need to buy more canvas. Or I have to buy some interfacing, which I think I prefer canvas. So this is the completed bag that I did make. It has mistakes, it has errors, mainly in the stitching. And also I put the lining in backwards so you can see like the marks and stuff and the stitching. But rather than that, and I have the scrunchie right here that comes with it. This is up on my Etsy now for 20 bucks. I have it so cheap because, you know, this is a beginner bag with mistakes, with imperfections. So I'm like, I don't really see anyone like wanting it. It's mainly for just getting it out of my house. So I sewed that with having the lightweight needles instead of the heavy duty needles. Oh, I have a pencil. Of course the cat is up here now. And I'm just using this huge Michael's bag to carry everything. Right now I'm working. Our system is down until 1:30. So my only option is to do trainings. And these trainings are low-key difficult. Like they're just a lot of information that's complicated. And it's my first time reading it through. So naturally I feel incompetent because that's just how I'm wired. I'm wired as not really, I think it's from trauma growing up, but like from my childhood, I'm wired for perfectionism, for wanting to know how to do everything and be good at everything. I think that's why I've become so obsessed with sewing because I'm like, I want to be able to make things that really validate some part of me, feeling like I know how to do things. And I like knowing everything just makes me feel good about myself, which is like kind of toxic because I'm only human. I'm not a computer. I can't know everything. Anyone else feel that way? Anyone else want to like be able to do everything and know everything all the time and get really cracked out and like obsessed with like new hobbies because of this? I definitely had therapy the other day and I cried because I realized, so I have driving anxiety and I realized from therapy that it comes from my mother. Which I like knew I had anxiety because of my mother and the way she raised me. But I didn't think it like was because of the driving. I didn't think the driving was connected to it, but literally I was making an exposures list because I needed to do exposure therapy for my driving. And in the middle of making the exposures list with my therapist, I started crying over my mother because of the pressure she put on me growing up to be perfect. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff to work through. I love my mother. I know what she did was with good intentions. It was just the wrong thing to do. And I've talked to her about this in the past, and so I've gotten it off my chest with her. But like, wow, like our mothers really they're the main caretaker of us, so of course they're gonna wound us in some way, whether or not they mean to. And I'm just glad she had good intentions with it, and that like, she was trying to set me up for life to be in the best position possible. She wanted me to have opportunities. She wanted me to make it. She wanted me to be successful. So that's where that pressure came from. And it was her own anxiety too, adding that pressure onto it and not realizing that like I naturally was a high achiever anyways. So it was just a mixture of a lot of emotions going on between the two of us. And it was too much and it was wrong and she shouldn't have applied that much pressure. But like I said, it was a good intention, and in other areas of my life she showed up correct and didn't apply pressure. How has your mother wounded you? Like whether it was it intentional, was it not intentional? Like I think when we admit to ourselves that we kind of put our moms on this pedestal, and when we admit that and finally take them off the pedestal, we can realize where they've hurt or wounded us, and we can actually like heal and grow as a person. And like it's very obvious to me when I see other people who have mother wounds, like whether or not they know it. It is a laptop sleeve. The laptop is in it right now. It just barely fits inside because, you know, seam allowance issues. I wish I felt more proud of myself for making this because I did include a zipper for the first time. This is my first time sewing with a zipper. But I don't feel that proud because, well, look at these holes. There's a hole on this side and there's a hole on this. When I was sewing this project, I messed up 2 times. I accidentally sewed on the zipper, so the inner lining is not as pristine as it should be. And I just don't like the markings that I left on it from the chalk. Yeah, I just feel humbled by this project. I didn't know it would be so hard, and I feel humbled by the fact that I don't understand the whole inside out reverse thing of like when you put in a liner. There is going to be a there is going to be a zipper class later this August at this local sewing spot, and I'm going to go to it because I want to learn how to work with zippers, because it's just smart to have zippers on your product when you can. So it's like at least now I have a cover, but at what cost? But I know I'm too hard on myself. This is like my 4th project ever. I'm a beginner sewer. I've been sewing for like at max a month. When do you get to the point where you're good enough to like offer your things and sell it to other people? Oh yeah, and I went on my Etsy and I lowered the price of my tote bags to $12 because I realized I'm like, no one's gonna buy this shit. And I remember that last time I made a trinket on Etsy, it sold because I put the price so low. I don't know, man. This shit is hard. I'm gonna keep going though. I got dreams and I gotta get good at something. I just want to be talented at something. I don't want to just give up when the going gets hard.